All right, now let me show you something. I want to put a slider below this label. Slider. But if I run this application now, we only see the label, not the slider. But why is that? All right, let's have a look at Xamarin documentation to figure out why. So I'm going to search for Xamarin content page class. All right, look at the declaration of content page class. This class is decorated with an attribute called content property. And in this attribute, we have a string which specifies one of the properties of content page. In this case, the name of that property is content. And you saw that in the last lecture. We set the content property to a new label. Remember? Now let's look at the declaration of the content property. Look, here's the content property. Its type is a view. View is the base class for all our visual elements, like buttons, labels, sliders, and so on. So because the type of content is view, we can set it to an instance of a single view, not multiple views. That's why we cannot have multiple children or multiple widgets or multiple views inside content page element. So what's the solution? Let me introduce you to a new element. Stack layout. And then I'm going to move these two widgets inside stack layout. With stack layout, we can stack multiple widgets horizontally or vertically. Now I want to make sure both the label and the slider are in the middle of the screen. So I'm going to grab these two properties, horizontal and vertical options, and apply them to stack layout. Now let me run the application again. And here's the result. So here's our label and here's the slider. Now let's inspect stack layout class. So we search for Xamarin stack layout class. Look, this class derives from layout of view. Now, if you look at the declaration of layout class, you can see the content property attribute again. And look, the name of the content property for the layout is children. So let's look at the children property. Now, if you scroll down, you're not going to see that children property. You have to navigate up the hierarchy. So we go to the layout class. And layout class implements iLayout controller. Let's look at this interface. Now look at the children property. It's of type iReadOnlyList. So this children property, because it's a kind of list, it can contain multiple widgets. And that's the reason we can use a stack layout to stack multiple widgets on the screen. All right, next we want to take this application to the next level. So we want to add this behavior such that when we move this slider, the label is updated to show the current value of the slider.